Alright, so let's go into the lab and find out what's going on. Mr. Ninja came in here, so...
Well, let's see. Last time we were here, bodies were everywhere. You know, blood and guts all over the wall.
Aw, come on, man!
Man, that's some really hot piss, dude.
You hear it just fading away already.
Impossible.
Oh, what next?
Yeah, like,
Hey,
seriously.
that other
get the
shot
fucking
didn't look
scene.
like this. I'm just saying.
Hey, you're that ninja.
What, somebody just drew water on him?
No, let's just say he had the other bowel movement after he saw bullets.
Also, this guy's apparently just called Ninja.
I've removed all obstacles.
I didn't know the streamer Ninja was in this game.
What do you want? Oh, I've waited a long time for this day.
I could finally join Fortnite.
Yeah.
Been waiting for this day.
You know he actually still plays that game to this day.
Not
Still
surprised.
streams
It was the thing that put him on the map, so continue playing the game that made you popular.
What is it? Revenge?
Yeah.
It is nothing so trivial as revenge.
It's just like one of my Japanese animes. I don't know why that line always gets me when he says that.
It's coming.
Kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference. All right then. Watch from your box seat. I need that man. Keep your hands off him. Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive.
Now, Gray Fox sounds a lot different in this version than he does in...
I'm telling you, the voice
PS1.
acting.
Like, he honestly sounds like robot. Like, his voice is definitely, like, auto-tuned. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying.
probably put a heavier filter on his voice this
Unless you
time around.
maneuver a remote-controlled missile.
Colonel, not now!
If you have a question about members of Foxhound, you should ask Naomi.
Yeah, that's another thing about the codec conversation sometimes, like, you'll do one thing, then you call it Colonel, and he's, like, delayed. He's like Internet Explorer, just now getting the news.
Vulcan Raven, Decoy Octopus, Revolver Ocelot, and finally, Liquid Snake. The Genome soldiers under his command are next-generation special forces. Foxhound is intended to be a...
Notice how she's not saying anything about the ninja, but she knows something.
Current Foxhound, right?
Yes.
Snake, who or what is that thing? Is he an enemy or not?
That's what I...
No, he's a assist trophy in Smash. He's really good, actually.
Maybe I should ask you the same thing.
What?
Nothing. Forget about it.
No, you're gonna answer me now!
I'm
Oh, I
leaving
hate
this
when
call with
people
more
do that.
questions than answers.
Oh, I hate when people
Why don't you
do
try
that.
throwing away your weapons?
Because then it starts bothering the heck out of me whenever somebody's like, oh, no, forget it. I was like, no. You gotta answer it now.
No, that is my favorite, and this is what heavy sarcasm to say, my favorite thing to run into when you're on like a forum or something, when you're trying to look up a problem. Say like your computer won't boot, and it's like, never mind, I fixed it. But how? Tell us how!
Yeah, yeah, in case I got the problem too and need to fix it. Come on! So, this battle's actually kind of tough. I would, in my personal opinion, this is probably the hardest battle in the game. Because Gray Fox does not use weapons, he uses hand-to-hand, and he moves quick.
Yeah,
And
he
you're gonna
also
see
can
why.
teleport around too.
Yeah. Like that. The best advice I can give on this battle is hit him a couple times and move away. Wait until he attacks like that and then try to hit him again. I missed there because he was still moving, but don't get greedy. Don't be like, okay, I'm just gonna punch him to death. Because he will come after you.
Back into that, like, combo.
Yeah, I was wondering, because I was going to comment on that too. It's like he hits you without even moving.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Also, a fun little fact in this area is there's some Easter eggs in this version specifically. Because you can see on some of the desks that they have GameCubes now. in this version.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I think there were PS1s in here on the original release. That's been a bit.
There was a PS1 here where the GameCube is at now.
There's
And we'll be going over the Easter eggs at the end of this battle, so we'll see them all.
Yeah, there's a lot more Easter eggs in here than just like the system.
I know in the PS1 version they had like the posters of police lots, which is another game Kojima made.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they say not to use weapons, but the thing you can use is chaff grenades. His skeleton suit is like kind of electronical, so they will affect him, and he gets like stunned when the chaff grenades come out and you use them. So that gives you a chance to hit him. Also, you can go up to the locker and scare Otacon if you want to.
Yeah, make him pee more.
He doesn't come out, obviously, but you can hear him in there, like, freaking out.
You're gonna scare that guy so much that locker's just gonna be full of piss.
Yeah. Don't open that locker when you're done. I'll just tell you that.
I didn't know the human body can produce that much urine.
Alright, so in this part, he's gonna play hide and go seek. You can use your thermal goggles or your night vision goggles here if you pick those up. But the game kind of gives you a little bit easier in this version. You can actually see his camouflage. It's like a clear form. And you can see it without having to use anything like that if you don't want to hurt your eyes.
Yeah, the effect of the camouflage is a little bit easier to see.
I've been waiting for this pain.
Oh, you put in his line from the PS1 in there.
It has so much more emotion.
Yeah, you can also hear the
yeah.
difference in the voice quality between the two as well. Like, yeah, there's definitely a different filter applied to the voice here in comparison.
Watch out for that punch. That punch will end your run. I'm not kidding.
God, I feel like
That punch will take half of your health.
Doing a weird kink. Oh man, he's in the BDSM. I gotta stop. This is really making me feel comfortable. I swear to God, if he says "hurt me more, Daddy," I am leaving.
I remember that punch. Did you get your moves from Captain Falcon?
Apparently.
Oh,
I mean, the Demon King did. Why not you?
Ow.
Yeah, look how much health that takes off.
Yeah, that was just a single punch.
And that's it. Now, in the PS1 version, once you got his health all the way down, that wasn't the end of the battle. He would teleport in different parts of the room, and you would have to shoot him. But you couldn't get too close because it would hurt you too. In this version, they're like, okay, his health is down. Let's just move on. We're not going to do that again.
Yeah, it's interesting to take away a specific part of the fight for this version, but it didn't really add much to it, so I can see why they did that specific phase.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
how
know they
else
gotta
do we
have their
the
action.
cinematic 5-minute fight scene?
You know, as extra as this
Not the
game,
computers!
as extra as this game is with its, you know, like Matrix level action sequences, there's something you gotta admit that you gotta love the fact that there's this hammy with the action sequences in this game.
Yeah. This is why, like, when people ask me, it's like, what's your favorite version of Metal Gear Solid 1? Do you like the original, or do you like the Twin Snakes? And I always tell them, like, I can't choose. I like them both. There's, like, a weight of things I like more in each version, and then some that takes away in each version, too. But I can't just say, play one over the other. And honestly, I would say, try them both. See which one you like better.
You hear that, Konami? The next volume of Metal Gear Solid Collection needs to have Twin Snakes on it.
I would honestly be glad if they did, because it would finally get off the GameCube and something else in.
Oh, this is just me after a day of work, you know.
This is me when I forget to do a test recording and then waste an hour of my life.
Oh, this is mood. I just, you know.
Is it over?
Nope. Hey, you're gonna pay for those computers?
My
How the
God.
heck are you moving
He
this
evolved
fast,
the
dude?
stormtrooper aim.
Alright, go get your popcorn,
Is that
guys.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
That ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You yourself in Zanzibar land.
That line right there always used to confuse me as a kid. I'm like, for one, that's not proper English, it sounds like. And two, they changed Zanzibar to Zanzibar Land in this version for some reason. I don't know if that was like a script error from the PS1 version or what. I don't know why they added land.
Yeah,
to
who
it.
knows? That
They
does
just-
feel like a weird change.
They just wanted to Disneyland it.
I guess so.
Come to Zanzibar Land, where we have fun amusement rides and plenty of
Apparently,
genocide.
for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar Land.
No, seriously, like, play the PS1 version. Land is not added. It was just
Yeah.
in this
Yes.
version for some reason.
But
It's a
they
weird
revived
extra
him.
to throw into the
They
script.
fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts
Yeah,
of gene therapy
that's
techniques.
wrong.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi,
Just didn't feel
what
like
happened
it,
to Gray
okay?
Fox after
You
that?
didn't ask.
You didn't
Records
ask.
said he died
I
in an
hate
accident.
that because that actually does come up in Metal Gear Solid 2, like saying, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" You didn't ask. Like,
From what
that's not a good excuse.
Yeah.
You're saying he's just living off his will to fight?
One thing I want to make correct here as well during this conversation, they're talking about Gray Fox. She was saying like he died at the end of Metal Gear 1, I think it was,
I'd rather not.
because you had to fight him in Metal Gear 1. Or no, you met him in Metal Gear 1, but you had to fight him in 2, or not Metal Gear, but the original Metal Gear. And you had to fight him again in the second one. And he was obviously different. And then he was supposed to die again after that, but they brought him back for like a third time, and that's where he is now.
I always work alone.
The doctor's name that they said that
Are you an Otacon
worked
too?
on Gray Fox was called
on,
Dr.
get out.
Clark,
We can't
and
stay here
in the
forever.
in the PS1 version, they said it was a he. Well, in the storyline, it was actually a she, and it was
Your uniform's
Dr.
different
Clark
from theirs.
actually is paramedic
You're
from Metal Gear
Lab's
Solid
chief
3.
engineer, Hal Emmerich,
So it
right?
kind of ties in with the story here, which I thought was
You
kind of
know
cool.
me? I heard about you from Meryl. Oh, so you're here to rescue me? Sorry, but no.
Nah,
There's something that I've gotta
you're
do
screwed,
first.
dude. I'm sorry.
Every guy I meet in this game so far dies from a heart attack, apparently. How old are you, Otacon?
I also like how he had a backup pair of glasses ready to go in case he just breaks the current one.
Are you hurt?
Yeah.
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little trying to get away.
His ankle, but he's rubbing his knee.
It's not
What is going on?
What is that? That's not the ankle, buddy.
I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar! I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
I don't know if this is a graphical thing with the
What are you
GameCube, but you
talking
notice how
about?
Snake's hands actually isn't touching him and clipping through.
Yeah, the model specifically is not reflecting Snake grabbing him
Aren't
correctly.
they just trying to use the TMD missile module to launch a
I don't know
dis-
what
All
it
the
was with
things
this
you
generation
learn.
of games, but that happened all the time with the models. Like, things would just clip through objects, or people would not be holding each other up.
Using a dummy nuclear warhead.
Yeah, you clearly see with his left arm there. It's just hovering over Otacon.
No, you're wrong.
I
Yeah.
heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
He's holding him up by the pinky, what it looks like. I'm like, man, that's a strong
nuclear
pinky.
missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department. And the president personally supervised the final assembly
So
with the main
we're gonna
unit.
have some long conversations here.
President
Again, this is Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
How does that
cutscene
know
game.
exactly what
Yeah.
Have you not
Rex
played the
with?
series before?
I
It's
only know
mostly
equipped with a
movie.
Vulcan cannon, a laser, and
But
a
they're
railgun.
mostly gonna talk about like what Metal Gear Rex is, because
railgun, you
Otacon
said.
was like the lead
Yeah.
designer
It
for
uses
Metal Gear
magnets
Rex,
to
and he
fire
knows
bullets
it
at
more than
extremely high
everybody.
velocities.
He knows what parts
The
do what on
technology
it,
was
etc.,
originally
etc.
developed for the SDI system
And then we're
and
gonna
later
get some
scrapped.
backstory about
We
Otacon
were
just a little
successfully
bit.
miniaturizing it in a joint
and then
venture
we
between
can probably move
Armstech
on.
and Rivermore
So,
National Labs.
What do you guys
The
want to talk
railgun
about?
is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
What I don't understand is how Otacon, designed this tank,
Yeah.
and yet he
That's not
didn't
all.
know they were going to put
If
nuclear
Metal Gear
weapons
fired
on
only
it.
standard nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
He really trusted his company.
That is
That
one little
was the
plot hole.
problem. You can't have blind trust in the people you work for, because they could easily be doing something shady behind your back. And guess what happened?
Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National
It just,
Labs, was working
I don't
on
know,
a
it
new
always
type of
bothered
nuclear
me
weapon.
whenever I was like sitting there,
They
was
were
like,
using Nova
how is
and
it
NIF
that
laser
you are
nuclear
so
fusion testing
ignorant?
equipment
Like,
and
oh,
supercomputers.
well, I just
So they
built this,
developed a new type of
Also,
By-
frame rate, bye.
by,
Yeah,
by
I was gonna say, I don't know what
frame
happened
rate.
to that one
Yes.
specific shot. It was now a PowerPoint.
Virtual data on a battlefield,
But,
they would need actual
I
launch
just
data.
don't understand how Otacon could just be this
These are some of
ignorant
the
about
supercomputers.
his design of his
If you link
walking
these, you
mech
can
that he's
test everything
building,
in a virtual
which I know
environment.
I know they
It's all
explained
just
it in here that he
theoretical.
basically based it off of
So,
Japanese anime
this
Gundam
exercise was designed
stuff
to test the real
Yeah.
and all that other stuff. But
What
I
did
just
our
don't
president
understand how he
do?
thinks he can use. They were going to use this for
terrorists
defensive
launch that
purposes.
thing?
A giant metal tank that that walks around on legs. That's why he
I'm
just
such a fool. It's all
they
my
try to play
fault.
up Otacon like some Oppenheimer guy. That's pretty much it.
The truth is,
Which,
My
don't get me
grandfather
wrong.
was part of
Otacon's
the
like
Manhattan
probably one of my
Project.
favorite characters in this series. I've always
He
really liked
suffered with the
Otacon,
guilt for the
but
rest
this
of
is
his
one
life.
glaring thing that always bothered me.
And
It
my
was just like,
father?
how do you not know that they're
he was
gonna
born
do
on
this?
August 6th,
With your
1945.
tank.
Well,
The day
it
of
kind
the
of
Hiroshima
explains
bomb.
it here just a little
God's got a
bit.
sense of humor,
His
all right.
family has like a
Three
very bad
generations of
history of like
Emmerich men.
war stuff,
Yeah.
to put it lightly.
We must have the curse of nuclear
He's saying
weapons
right here,
written into our
you know,
DNA.
His father and his grandfather was part of
I
some
used to
bad
think that I
stuff,
could
and
use science to
he
help mankind.
kind of wanted he wanted to go in a
In the
different
end,
direction. He
I
wanted
was
to
the
use it
one
for
being
good,
used.
but he ended up being used
Using
anyhow.
science for peace?
And
That's only
now
an
that he's
enemy.
realizing it, he's like, "Oh, crap! I messed up. What can I do to fix this
That's
kind of
enough
thing?"
crying.
It wasn't
Pull
that
yourself
he
together.
asked for this. He literally thought he was doing
Where
good
is
for the
Metal
world.
Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
But again, blind trust with your company is never a good thing.
Yeah.
Rex is in the underground maintenance base,
Where's that?
north of
If
the
anyone is to
communications
blame,
tower.
it's
But it's a long way
President
there.
Baker at this
The
point,
emergency
because he's the
override
one
system
that
for the detonation code
his
is there,
company's the
too.
one that
Yeah,
made it
in the
and
base's control
had
room.
control over everything.
You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start,
If
then
you
their
wanna go down
ballistic
that
program
route, I
is
think.
probably
Yeah.
finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
I know I said this a
Meryl's
couple
got
parts
the
ago, but
detonation code
they
override
show Metal
keys.
Gear Rex so
We'll link
much
up
in
with her.
cutscenes in this
If we
game.
can't
By the time you
override
get
the
to it, you're
launch,
just like,
we'll
oh,
have to
there it
destroy
is.
Rex.
I really don't
There's
know
no big
why.
surprise.
Like, what was the reasoning specifically internally
I'll
to
show you the
decide?
way.
You know, let's just show more of the actual Metal Gear
On that leg of
contraption
yours,
every time
it'll
it's
just
brought
slow you
up,
down.
because then it starts
You'll
giving
need me
away
if you're
more
gonna
of your
destroy Rex.
illusion by the
I
end of the
don't
game.
need
You know what to
I
expect.
just need your brain.
There's no surprise anymore.
Yeah.
It
I
is a
created
little
Rex.
weird of how much
it's
they show
my
it.
right, my
Yeah.
duty to destroy him.
I don't know
Fair
if any
chance.
other video
Trying
game
to
that I
escape.
personally played that has
When the
done
coast
that.
is
You guys
clear,
might.
I'll contact you by
Where
Kodak.
they show like the big
How am I
bad boss
supposed
that
to
like
escape
so
from
many
an
times
island?
during the game, and then you find out it's him at the end or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, there's plenty of games that have done
So what
stuff
then?
like that where they plant that nugget
I
saying,
want you to hide
this is
somewhere
probably
and
the
keep
boss.
informed.
And then
know
you just
this
see
place
that character
well,
all
don't
throughout
you?
the story, and then they say
Of
by the end,
course
oh,
I
it's
do.
the boss.
And
It's like,
don't worry,
There's plenty
I've
of
got
games that do
this.
stuff like that.
It's kind of like
It's the same
Okay.
stealth technology as the ninja.
it's kind of like
Foxhound was gonna
how I
use
feel
them,
of like certain
With this, I'll be
certain
fine. Bad
genres
leg
of
and all.
games, like, well, I say genres,
Good,
certain
but I want Meryl
series
to
of
watch after
games,
you
like
too.
Zelda. You usually know who the final boss is for a
Meryl,
Zelda
The
game.
engineer's okay.
Yeah, I mean, a
Certain
lot of the games
Dragon
would show them
Quest
like
games.
almost immediately
Where
from
are
the
you
first
now?
hour.
Very close.
Yeah, certain Dragon Quest
no.
games, you know who the main villain is for the majority of the game.
Meryl, what happened?
But, stuff like that. Like, Final Fantasy's really bad about
Something's
that, too.
wrong.
Yeah.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
What kind of music are we talking about here? I like music. Remember this cutscene? Like back in part 3?
She
Or whatever this was?
she was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists.
And her hips move side to side.
If she's disguised as the enemy,
Yeah,
you'll have to
I
contact
think
her when
Matt
she's
actually
alone,
said it in
huh?
one of the parts that will come in
There's only
handy.
one
Well,
way
it's time
we
for it
can be
to come in
sure she's
handy.
not
Yeah.
herself.
They specifically showed
that?
the ass
Don't be
because
so
it is a
dense.
point in the story, which is such a weird way of pointing it
Use
out.
this security
But
card.
yeah, sure.
It's security level 4.
Good thing I don't need to equip this.
It's nice, like, wait a minute. Something ain't right here.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? You get all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. Just glad you're
Hey,
okay.
Snake, if you really wanted him to be okay, you wouldn't have grabbed him
strange.
up earlier. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think you did more pain
Everyone else on
than
set
anyone else is
suddenly
gonna
dies.
do on this guy so far.
Your bad luck.
Dude, the Yoshi and Mario is so distracting.
Yeah, there it is.
I know.
Ah,
They're just
Yoshi,
there.
how are you?
Call me Otacon.
Otacon.
Did you know
Stands for
Otacon's also a
Otaku
gamer?
Convention. An
Apparently.
otaku is a guy like me who likes Japanimation.
I wonder what his favorite game is.
I wonder if we're trying to cross promote the other game that
Japan was the
Kojima
first
worked
country
on.
to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
By the way, there's that
And
poster.
Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
Yeah, that's what all science.
This is
Guys, don't
plainly-
forget-
Hey,
That was
did
just
you know
what-
Nintendo helped fund this?
Why was it focusing on Mario and Yoshi so
Did you
much?
know?
Help to anything for the cutscene. It's so unnecessary.
Sounds like an excuse.
Did you know we're playing this on GameCube, guys? Just in case you didn't know.
You're right. We have to take responsibility.
There's a
Science has
reason for
progressed
that.
Because there is war. And because of scientists' greed, weapons of mass destruction...
Okay,
Hey, you
so-
better do what he
That's
says,
all
you
over.
snake.
I
All
want to
hail
So-
our Overlord, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Do you guys remember Brawl? Does anybody remember Super Smash Bros.
All I
Brawl?
want from you is information.
That is the
Sure,
first
I
Smash
know
Bros.
everything about
Snake
this
was
whole
actually
place.
in. And
Ask me
Nintendo had
anything
made this
about
whole
Rex
deal
or this
about
place.
putting
Also,
Snake in
with
Brawl
this
with
stealth camouflage,
Konami.
I can
Well,
sneak in and
more
out of the
so,
armory and mess hall. If you need
Kojima.
ammo or
Kojima.
rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you.
in return, Kojima had to kind of do
I'm
something on his
frequency
part. So he just put Mario and Yoshi
141.12.
in.
See you later.
Have fun with Mario and Yoshi.
Oh, we will. They actually do something. They're not just statues.
You know, it is like a
This is
funny
pre-Amiibo.
story when you think that, how this game actually came to be, because this game was more or less just a thing that kind of happened because of people talking about it internally. Because, yeah, that was Shigeru Miyamoto and Kojima talking about getting this game on the system. Of course, they both have, like, their internal sounds.
Yep. So you can hit them as many times you want. Yoshi will do his Yoshi call, and then Mario will do the one-up sound. There is some references on these magazines. It's kind of hard to see, but there's Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, referencing the game made right before this one from Silicon Knights.
And there's Ghost Babel cover.
Of all games to be referencing Ghost Babel, really? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It makes sense they're at least referencing the other game from this company specifically that worked on this project, because Kojima and Miyamoto were talking about getting this game on GameCube, but at the time, Kojima was too busy with Metal Gear Solid 3. So it was suggested to have Silicon Knights take the helm on this. And Miyamoto and Iwata specifically agreed to that. That's why we have this made by Silicon Knights.
Yeah. The poster was originally in that spot right there by the locker. That's why I was showing it. They kind of moved it a little bit. But here's the main thing.
Oh, look, it's the GameCube menu.
Yep.
Oh my god, that Waper looks terrible. It
Yeah.
looks like a Waper.
Die, GameCube, die!
That's
Nobody
what
bought
happens when
the
the
system,
CMOS
right?
battery dies. And this is what happens with Waper. It's just existing.
And
They are definitely a root for punishment, but they just don't work.
I love the little touch of the GameCube in this room. This room's I always really liked this room.
yeah.
All the Easter eggs in it. It's
Well, the
funny.
GameCube did replace the PS1 that was in the PS1 version, which you couldn't even tell that was a PS1. That looked like a brick, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Take the old 240p output and how smeary this game looks specifically on old hardware. Yeah, that thing's basically gray brick.
Yeah.